Anything Cricket, Let's Talk is brought to you by Rascals Barbados and Omega Pest Control Limited. Welcome to Anything Cricket, Let's Talk. We're broadcasting from the studios of the Caribbean Media Corporation, Bridgetown, Barbados. We've got a very special guest on the show tonight. You'll find out about him in a short while. But before that, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, a very special guest here on Anything Cricket, Let's Talk. Rascals Barbados. Let us serve you in a relaxed atmosphere with complimentary Wi-Fi or try a takeout meal. Rascals on the Mighty Griner Highway. Call 538-9990. I'll be joined by Ayana Holder and, of course, a very special guest, Raymon Reifer. Raymond, you must still be in a very mood to celebrate after the great performance of the Barbados Tridents.
Oh yeah, still in a pretty good mood, you know. It was a special performance by the boys, you know, after what we went through in the beginning, and to pull it off in the end feels good.
What really you think is responsible for being able to pull it off in the end? Because, I mean, when the Tridents started, it certainly didn't look good. In fact, when you came home for the Barbados leg, I think the team was somewhat under attack virtually by some members of the press, and the public was a bit concerned as well.
I think what helped us was, you know, just sticking together and just backing one another and spending a lot more time together, and, you know, I guess that helped us a lot.
Yeah. And your individual performance, pretty outstanding, especially, well, last year you didn't do bad. You had a 5-wicket haul, if I remember correctly, last year. But apart from that, you probably weren't as consistent as you were this year. What really made that difference where you were able to really stand out this time around?
For me, I just thought that this year was probably a lot more relaxed going into the tournament. You know, it's just more just backing all the preparation I did before the tournament, during the tournament, and I just, you know, let the results take care of itself.
Versatility, I guess you think of, if you think of versatility, I can recall you batting away, playing for the Jaguars against Barbados and batting almost a whole day to save a match. And the same Raymon Reifer who came in at a time when all seemed lost, and you were able to score very quickly, hitting beyond the boundary. How do you explain that? Really, who is Raymon Reifer in terms of your approach to batting?
I just try to play every situation the best that I can and just make the most of what I know I can do, and just try to tailor my game towards getting the best result for the team.
Well, Ayana was also in Trinidad for the finals, and I guess, Ayana, the Tridents would have really pleased those supporters who came down from Barbados to watch.
I think that the Tridents did extremely well. I mean, they got the trophy, and I personally always thought that Tridents was the freshest team in the tournament, because when they came to Barbados, they had only played 4 games, and I thought that they had a lot of, excuse me, a lot of cricket left to play, and were in a prime position to go all the way because they hadn't peaked as yet. Raymond, what I would like to know though is, there was a delay in Trinidad on the day of qualifier 2, when you would have been playing Trinbago Knight Riders. How was it for you guys as a team to overcome the challenges on that evening?
I guess during that time, there was nothing we could do about it, so it's not like any of the guys are driving or responsible for it, so, you know, it's just get your head around the situation and just try to stay as calm as possible going into the game and just not let it distract us.
As one of the Barbadian players who is associated with another franchise in the West Indies competition, how is it for you adapting to that professional life and just facing your career as it is?
We think cricket has changed as compared to before. Everything now is franchises, you know. You could play with a couple of guys today and then tomorrow you're off to another team, so you get to just adapting and, you know, just accepting it.
Do you think that your familiarity with the Guyana players shows a result of where your best figures are against the Guyana Amazon Warriors in the CPL, having a 5-wicket haul and now the 4-4 in the final?
I'm not sure how to answer that question, but I just think that it's just I go out there just to put my best foot forward, and just happen that it's my best figures is against those two teams. So.
Yeah, so in terms of the whole CPL atmosphere, though, you know, we often discuss the atmosphere. It's like a party atmosphere. In fact, it is promoted as the biggest party in sport, and cricket played louder. How does all that impact on the players generally, and more specifically you as a player, in terms of being able to focus?
I guess it helps the guys to relax a lot more and probably get the best out of themselves, because it's kind of relaxed environment. It's fast paced, you know, just thinking on your feet. In a matter of a couple overs, you could basically lose a game or win a game. So I guess it's just going out there knowing that things could happen, but just, you know, at least if you're gonna lose a game or not come out at the end of it on top, just make sure you execute your plans.
Right. Yeah, and at the same time, though, you're trying to you know, be successful. You're trying maybe to hopefully, you want to win for your team, obviously, but you also want to maybe impress. You know, the T20 cricket is big now. You know, so one would think that there has to be a balance there somehow, and that can be a challenge sometimes.
It is a challenge sometimes, because I mean, if you look at obviously like someone like Ashley, he was doing well with the bat throughout the whole tournament. Wasn't really getting a chance to bowl. A couple of people like questioning where he was in the team and stuff, and then look how he came out at the end of it. So for me, it's, you know, just going out there and execute the role that you're asked to play.
Okay, so you have the three formats: the CPL, the T20, not necessarily CPL, but T20 cricket. You've got the one international cricket. You've actually had the opportunity to play Test cricket as well for the West Indies. What's your favorite format?
Test cricket, because you know, you get 2 bites at each cherry. And you know, for me, Test cricket is probably the most challenging all the formats. You know, you go out there, you face with a situation, you probably might go back all day to save a game, or you got to get runs on the last day, pitch spinning. You know, it just challenges your technique, skills, brings everything into play.
And in terms of your own game, you know, how do you see yourself moving forward? There's a T20 cricket, you've done well in that. You haven't played a test in a while. So how do you see yourself? What are your objectives, your goals in terms of Raymon Reifer, the cricketer?
So even before this tournament, I had some time to reflect. You know, just looking at where I'm at the moment and where I want to be. Probably over the course of the next year. For me, it's just to, you know, get back into West Indies team and just look to cement my place in, just look to get into all 3 formats.
We're going to hear a bit more from Raymon Reifer when we come back after this break on Anything Cricket. Let's talk. Don't let annoying pests bug you. Lick them for 6. Omega Pest Control is the perfect solution. We are experts in termite and pest eradication, specialized mosquito treatments, foundation, residential, commercial, and industrial treatments. Call us day or night or visit us at our office located at Fieldside Drive, Long Gap, St. Michael. Omega Pest Control. Call 425-5954, 231-6526, or email us at opcl@caribsurf.com.
Welcome back. We continue our conversation here with our special guest, Raymon Reifer, one of the triumphant Tridents of Barbados, And I want to start out by going back to the CPL, Raymond, if I may ask you. Philip was alluding to it, but I don't think he got to the exact point that I'm sure he wanted to get to. How much is a distraction is the party atmosphere, the party to you, or is it a distraction, I should say, to your execution of your skills as a cricketer, a professional cricketer?
For me personally, I don't think it is a distraction. There's a crowd there. I guess there's a crowd. There's a crowd in almost every cricket match you play. So it's just for you to go out there and just focus on what you need to do in order for you to execute your skill.
Mm-hmm. And throughout the Caribbean, the different conditions that you entail as you travel through the islands, what are some of the challenges to adapt to the conditions?
Some of the challenges are, like if you play in Barbados, obviously you're going to get a little bit more pace and bounce, probably than majority of the other places. Then when you get to places like Guyana and Trinidad, you probably expect the ball to spin a little more, play a little slower, so just adjusting your game to suit those conditions with either bat and ball.
I've heard a number of the players speak about the influence of the foreign players, the players coming from outside the region. I remember I heard Jonathan talk about his interaction with JP Dumini. We heard Hayden Walsh talk about all he learned from Lamashani, Sandeep Lamashani, as young as he is, but of course having experienced the circuit in T20 franchise cricket, he would, although still at a very young age, have a lot more experience than a Hayden Walsh Jr. How impactful though have you found it with these international stars?
It's been very good, to be honest. You learn a lot of things from these guys, which could just help you take your game basically to the next level. You saw he had an interacting with Sandeep and came out at the NE tournament as the MVP with most wickets. So I guess having good overseas around the franchise is always good, because when you go through tough times, you could always count on them to, help you get over the challenges.
Mm-hmm. And you, I guess you're on your way. Your next port of call, more or less, would be Georgetown, as you head down to Guyana for preparations for the upcoming regional professional season. Would that be true?
Yeah, it is.
And then how is that? What will be the normal process when you leave Barbados? And now within, how soon do you leave Barbados, if I may ask?
Probably within a week, probably around a week. I'll leave Barbados to head down to Ghana to start.
Right. So typically, between your leaving Barbados and the first fixtures in the regional competition, what is it typically like that process leading up to the first match?
I guess in Guyana, the coaches really emphasize on practicing how you want to play and just making sure you're exactly ready for every situation you're going to be faced with in the competitions coming up.
And do you think, though, the idea of players being crisscrossing the Caribbean and being involved with other islands, you think that is a good thing?
Yeah, it is a good thing, I guess. Like when we play for West Indies, we all come from different islands and stuff. And playing in different conditions in different teams probably brings out some of the best out of some players or helps them to improve their games. Some players probably didn't used to play spin as well before, so going to some place like Guyana or Trinidad, obviously you're facing spin bowling all the time, that will help you to improve your game. Or players who struggle against pace, obviously coming to Barbados. These things definitely could help your game.
And the idea of leaving the traveling aspect of it now, you're away from home, you're away from family for long periods of time. How challenging is that?
It is challenging, it's tough sometimes, but at the end of the day, I chose this career, this path. So I just have to deal with the demands of whatever.
You've played some psychologically challenging games in the PCL, especially against Barbados. How important is it for you as a cricketer to focus on the mental side of the game?
It's pretty much very important because, you know, as I say, cricket is 90% mental, 10% skill. So you probably could have all the skill in the world, but it's how to get the best out of yourself in every single situations that you're placed in. So I just, you know, practice for basically every situation that I could be faced with, and just look to just do it in the game.
And along with that, how is it for you when you were probably in the team and then you are looking out for that call to like make the team again and you don't get that? How do you cope with that and try to move on in your career personally?
You know, you're playing sport or you want to play sport at international level, so these things do happen. So it's just a matter of just, you know, picking up yourself again and just obviously looking to go out there and get better and hopefully eventually get a goal.
One final question. I personally have described you as a utility cricketer. You are an all-rounder, for sure. You bat, you consider yourself a batsman, and you also would consider yourself a bowler. This is how I see you. How do you see yourself?
I see myself basically as a genuine all-rounder. I mean, there are times in the game, obviously, you feel like you're doing one skill better than the next. You know, it's kind of hard to get them balanced. But you just need to just keep putting in the work and just let the results take care of themselves. Okay.
We thank you very much for coming and joining us here on the program as you embark on your next journey towards the regional professional season, and with expectations that your performances may take you even further. We wish you all the best, and we look forward to seeing the results that come from our Raymon Reifer. And of course, we maybe have you back here on Anything Cricket Let's Talk when the opportunity arises again. But all the best going forward. Thank you very much.
All right, thanks a lot.
Rascals Barbados. Let us serve you in a relaxed atmosphere with complimentary Wi-Fi, or try a takeout meal. Rascals on the Mighty Griner Highway. Call 538-9990. That's our show. Thanks for watching. Join us again soon on another episode of Anything Cricket Let's Talk.